welcome to the end of week chart wrap-up. Let's just jump straight in with PayPal here. The bottoming pattern has been a little bit blown apart, but it's still pretty range bound. The X payments news is really the key driver of this price action, and as I don't see it as an impact to my thesis, I'm not overly concerned about it. The support here does look like it wants to break lower after having a little back test here on the 60 resistance line. Next drop is definitely closer to that volume shelf at 58.34. The resistance then, it's getting pretty hard to break into this gap fill area, which is here. Not much else to say about that. It's currently below the bull market band, which is quite bearish. A lot of people won't like that. Tough. It is what it is. The volume has spiked a little bit on this drop. I do expect that to continue to drop off as the sellers wear themselves out a little bit. The RSI is approaching oversold. Definitely got a little bit more space there. The MACDX does have a death cross as well, which is when the moving averages cross in a bearish way. The institutions have stopped selling out this one for a fair bit, which is nice to see, but retail is starting to saturate it and push them out. The bank flow does appear to be flatlining as well, which is nice to see. And take a quick look at the weekly. Zoom in a little bit here. Excuse that chat. We can see pretty much the same thing. It's rain bound. The bottoming pattern does look stronger here. It looks more like a head and shoulders within a head and shoulders. I do expect the burst to the upside to be quite a powerful one when it happens. Retail and institutional is pretty much leveled off. The coming nor going, as it were. RSI is neutral too, and the flow is neutral. So really, the weekly sentiment is pretty flat. We can have a quick look at the options chain on here. It's probably going to tell us the same thing. Once it loads. Okay. So we're pretty much at the resistance for the open options interest for the end of this week. There's a lot of resistance above it though. People seem pretty content trading it in this range. Let's take that a little bit further out. The range widens, but we're still seeing pretty much range bound sentiment here. Let's have a quick look at the end of the year, what people seem to be thinking. Guessing it's probably about 100. Yeah. So the market long term is pricing in this going to 100 as the next resistance, which is nice to see. Obviously that supports our thesis as well, so massive fan of that. Okay, my plan hasn't really changed. I'm not adding to this one as I'm still overweight. I don't plan on trimming at this level like I previously would have. I've held it for so long, so I think I'm a little bit justified in holding the bulk of my position to fair value around $100. I don't think this is going to move anytime soon. It's probably, like most fintechs, going to be impacted by the cutting of rates, which will ease the strain, and sentiment should be improving at that point. Let's take a quick look at Sofi on the daily. Okay. Oh, sorry. We are still in this wedge here. It's looking kind of weak, but it is getting to an apex now. So either way, we should have quite a substantial move. Price support at this $6 range is pretty heavy. It is below the volume shelf. Definitely a break under this level wouldn't be ideal, although the next area of support is about 580. The RSI is very close to being oversold. We're getting oversold on the MACDX as well. The institutions are really being pushed out here by the retail. Definitely a retail favored stock short term. Weekly is going to be a bit more crowded. Got lots of notes on this one because of the senior notes drama. Okay, we can see these flags have been flattening out. This actually makes me feel quite bullish on this long term. I've been holding this a while, so I've got a pretty good position on this one. I really think, given the growth metrics and the market's really not pricing in their expected numbers. I have put a post on this on my website. You can go check it out. I'll try and include a link on this video. But let's have a look at the options. Open interest for this one. Let's go back for this week. That's very similar to PayPal, very range bound, and we're at the bottom of that range that the market's expecting. 650 and 750 is where we're at. Might actually take a swing on this if we look out next week. Not too much change, just more volume coming in. Let's take it out to the end of the year. This is definitely wider. I would expect this to be worth more than $10, but that's what we're pricing it for at the moment. Obviously this can change. This is just what the market is, the open options on this right now. Given the covered calls that came along with the senior notes, though, sorry, capped calls, I would like to see this in the $15 range end of year. The end of next year, you can see the options still pretty much at 10, so not too much variance there. Nice to see some consistency though. Definitely the market is favouring bullish on this one in the long term. My plan on this one, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm pretty much at the sizing that I want for this one, so I'll just be holding what I've got. Given that I have been holding for a while, I have had some really good swing trades on this one actually. You can see my previous take profit zones in these yellow areas. But I've scaled back in, and I'm probably not going to take anything at this take profit again. I'll wait till it gets to take profit 4. That will be quite a large 77% move. But like I say, I've been holding for a while. I think I deserve it, and to be rewarded for some patience here would be nice. I don't see it not hitting these targets in the future. I'm not too concerned if it's 1 year or 2 years.